Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
With some of its communities lying in the coastal belt of the region, Bayelsa State accounts for several shoreline protection contracts awarded by the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) over the years. Although the shoreline protection projects were initiated to save lives and property in communities seriously affected by coastal erosion, some of them have been abandoned by the contractors. Correspondent Chika Bodozie, who made a recent trip to Nembe and Otuabage communities to monitor the execution of shoreline protection contracts, filed in this report.
In 2011, work commenced on a shoreline protection contract awarded by the NDDC in Isokiri, one of the communities in Nembe Kingdom of Bayelsa State. It was in response to the plight of residents of this island community, which for many years had lost a vast portion of its land to coastal erosion. Contractor handling the project mobilized the site and commenced work, but suddenly disappeared when the community queried the quality of his engineering design for the project.
When they now file this, we said no, that supposed to be a ring road around it. If you go to Abonema, they have a similar one like that. So you can go around the whole community to protect further, erosion effect there.
They did not just abandon it and leave. As you can see, this indiscriminately packed concrete or piling materials, they have constituted death traps to our people. We've recorded up to 3 deaths here of children who came here, they jumped into the river, and we are hit by the ones that are submerged.
Several years after the Nembe Shoreline Protection Project was abandoned, there has been no word from the contractor, who our crew tried to reach to no avail. Looking at the extent of job done so far on the project, it was easy to tell that it was still at its commencement stage at the time it was abandoned. The implication is that the community would remain perpetually vulnerable to perennial coastal flooding, which has already eroded a vast portion of available land if nothing is done to get the absconding contractor back to site.
In the past 10 years, we have lost nothing less than, I will say, 5 to 8 meters of shoreline to erosion. So our community is endangered.
A neighboring Otuabage community in Ogbia local government area, where a similar project was awarded by the NDDC in 2012, it was equally abandoned by a contractor identified as a former federal lawmaker from Rivers State. Responding to an invitation from the community through an email by Enoni Amakiri, Inside the Niger Delta visited the project site and discovered that the contractor had resumed work after the community petitioned the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC).
They petitioned the contractor to EFCC and they invited the contractor, and the contractor later begged the community and promised that he's going to work on the resume work. He is from Rivers State, a former House of Rep member.
In confirmation of the community's position, it was observed that fresh materials had been deployed to site where work was in progress. The Otuabage experience is perhaps a wake-up call on other communities in the Niger Delta to begin to push for completion of abandoned projects initiated to improve their lots by the NDDC.
Inside the Niger Delta,